Hey guys, in this video we're going to be solving equations in literal equations. So let's start off with the simple problem. 8 over 5 equals 6 over r equals 8. So now what we're doing, r minus 8, sorry. So in this situation, we're trying to solve for the letter r right here. So to do that, what we can do is cross multiply. So we take these two sides, these crosses and these two. So this 8 times r minus 8 equals 6 times 5. So let's write that here. So this 8 times r minus 8. So times r minus 8. r minus 8. So this whole thing equals 6 times 5. So 6 times 5. So this is cross multiplication times 5. And you always the top of the first side multiplied with the bottom of the second side equals the top of the second side times the bottom of the first side. So we know that 6 times 5 is 30. And this equals, so we can distribute the 8 on this. Distribute the 8, so 8r minus 64 equals 30. So we can add 64 to both sides. And we would get 8r equals 94. So 94 divided by 8 equals, so 94 divided by 8 equals something like 11.75, and that's what r equals. All right, let's try another problem. So negative 2a equals 6 over 5. So we're trying to solve for the letter a here, and we do the same thing. We cross multiply. So 6 equals a, 6 times a equals negative 2, 5. We're probably saying, how do you know which side the negative goes on? So does it go to the negative on the top or does it go on the bottom? Well, the negative sign always goes on the top. So it will always go to the number or variable on the top. So the negative would be for 2. So we can say, let me make that a little better. Okay, so negative 2 times 5. So negative 2 times 5. This times this gives us 6 times a. So 6a. So negative 2 times 5 is negative 10 equals 6a. So when you divide 6 on both sides, divided by 6, you're going to get negative 5 over 3 equals a. So you're just kind of simplifying this, and this would be our final answer. So there are two special cases when solving equations, and let's name them here. So the first one is called no solutions, when you have no solutions for your variable. And the other is when you have infinite solutions for your variable. Okay. So a no solution equation is one in which the variable is canceled out and you are left with a false statement. Infinite solutions are all real numbers, are solutions occurring when the variable is canceled out and you are left with a true statement. Great. So now let's look at some examples of these. So let's look at an example for no solution. So what does this mean? So let's say we have the equation -3 times 1 minus 10 times p equals 30p minus 36. Well, first off, I'm going to distribute the -3. So that would be -3 plus 30p equals 30p minus 36. I'm going to add subtract 30p from both sides. 30p. So this would be -3 equals, so the p's cancel out in both sides. So the variable is canceled out, as it says here, and -36 comes down. So obviously -36 does not equal -3. So this is a false statement. So false. Therefore, false. So therefore, there is no solution. This would be your final answer, no solution. So what about infinite solutions? Let's look at an example for this. So let's say it was -3, again, 1 minus 10p equals 30p minus 3. So again, distribute the -3. So -3 plus 30p plus, okay, equals 30p minus 3. So again, subtract 30p on both sides. Okay, 30p on both sides. So now then 30p's cancel on both sides. The variable is canceled. Great. So now you have -3 come down from this side. The equal sign comes down. And -3 comes down as well. So -3 equals -3. This is a true statement. So there would be infinite solutions. And that would be your answer, infinite solutions. Let's look at another example, which is not a special case. So let's say we had 4 minus 8 times 2 minus 7n equals -12 minus 4n. Well, we're going to distribute the -8. So that would be 4 minus 16 plus 56n, which equals -12 minus 4n. We're going to get rid of the 4. So, not the 4. We're going to add the 4 to both sides. So plus 4n to cancel out this. So this would be 60n equals -12. And 4 minus 16 is -12. So we can add 12 to both sides. So I brought this right here. Okay. And then we can add 12 to both sides. So the 12 cancels out. And we're left with 60n equals 0. So we divide 60 on both sides. So n equals 0. So any number, so 0 divided by any number is 0. So n equals 0.